G'day guys, it's Calvin from the Cartoon Company down under in New Zealand. I'm working on a vehicle that didn't have the engine prepped properly. As part of doing this job, the throttle body was wrong, so I'm swapping throttle bodies, which means I'm also swapping tappet covers or rocker covers. Upon getting them off, they were crappy inside and the gaskets were hard as rocks. And it makes a perfect opportunity to change some tappet cover gaskets and to do a video of it. We're not going to muck around, we're going to get straight into the job because I've got to get this job done. I want to get some tappet covers back on it to make it feel like I'm progressing with the job. Just to make it fun, the booster had to come out. This is a right-hand drive, so the booster's on this side. I didn't just swap it from that side over to that side. That is actually factory. So, first step, remove tappet covers, or rocker covers if you want to call them rocker covers. Valve covers, some people call them valve covers. Get those top covers off the top of the engine, get them onto the bench. So one of the tricks is if you've got these seals here leaking around your spark plug tubes, is to just grab your silicone and fill it all up. That stops the leaks. Now I am kidding, but that's what the last person did on this tappet cover. It's not actually off this vehicle. This is the one that I'm swapping on because the Gen 1 and the Gen 2 have different breather sizes. Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 1, Gen 2. This is what the tappet cover, rocker cover, valve cover looked like when it was removed. This is a rubber seal. Well, once upon a time it was rubber. It's not very rubber now. This is a bit like a cooking show. Here's one I prepared earlier. So I've peeled the little tabs up here, popped it onto the bench, got my big socket, probably not that socket, oh, I didn't use that socket either. I got my big socket and I smacked them out. The gasket, again, was once rubber. Oh, this one actually has some flex to it. So this is the gasket off the vehicle. As you can see, as soon as I touch it, it is just cracking to pieces. I don't think I'll use that one again. To remove the PCV valve, got my right angle long nose pliers here, and out it comes. The gasket kits don't often come with the PCV valve grommet, but I have that separately. Common to many Toyotas. And then we unpick this piece of, again, hard rubber, and try not to let it fall inside. I did suggest not letting this fall inside, and then I let it fall inside. Come on. Look at that. Look at the crap that's in there. We'll attempt to make this a bit quieter. Then we're going to pop these little tabs up in here. Turn it over. Now, this is not a tickling device. Use it like you mean it. I'm back out to the cleaning bay to give this another clean. And we'll be back to fit it all up. We're back, clean tappet cover, and we're going to pop the seals in. Now make sure you go in the correct way. So this big tapered section, this goes into the tappet cover. If you look at the design, that's designed to slip down that tube. Trying to put it on the other way is a disaster. So slip down the tube. You just want to pop them in so they return to where you started. That one could do with just a teensy bit more. I was using my socket. That's much nicer. Looks good to me. They pretty much go in flush with the body of the tappet cover, and then my punch will touch on the outside of the tappet cover, stop them going any further. That looks good to me. Then we grab the gasket, and the gaskets are the same, both left and right on the non-VVTI. And you don't need any sealant, don't need anything in there. Just pop them into a nice clean slot in that cover. What guys do sometimes is they grab the silicone and they fill up that slot. And what that sometimes happens is when they go to push it in, the silicone will push the gasket out and it'll sit like that. Which is bad. You're better to make sure it goes in without any sealant on it. The sealant does come soon. Not on the whole surface, but just on these corners and down here where the half moon sits in the cylinder heads. And that one is ready to go back on. PCV valve grommet, you can go and dry. Now this one is going to flop around, and that's going to be noisy. So let's get a couple of pieces of wood to support it on. The spark plug seal's changed. Now there's the little washers on the bolts. There is a trick to this. It's really, really simple if you've got a rattle gun. Watch this. If you've got a pair of pliers that holds them nicely, that also works really well. And you only have to do it 16 times. Beware of missile tappet cover bolts. Righto. Tappet covers are clean, seals are fitted, and the little washers are fitted to the tappet cover bolts. Now we use the silicone. Now if you've taken the factory ones off, what you'll notice is there's silicone where the tappet cover changes direction. So on the little uppy bits. That's the technical term, uppy bit. So we pop just a little bit of silicone just here, and here, across there, same at the back. So where the half moon goes into the cylinder head, on both sides. Just like they did in the factory. When you're finished, make sure you wipe your nozzle. And on can go the tappet covers, rocker covers, valve covers. And we don't need to put any sealant anywhere else. In with the bolts. Now I always finish by hand, just get a bit of feel for it. If you over tighten them, you will crack the corner out of the tappet covers. Oh, I shouldn't say you will, you could. I've actually got my rattle gun set on really low setting, so I don't over tighten them. And I like to go over them a couple of times just as they settle. There we go. Woohoo! Screw the filler lid back on. New PCV valve hose going on. Sorry. And the dipstick's got a new O-ring with just a little bit of rubber grease to help it go in easier. And there we have it. Tappet covers refitted with new gaskets and spark plug seals. So I hope that was helpful, and we'll catch you again soon.